if I die tomorrow. I hope you hear these words. I ain't here to flip no birds or sip no syrup. Hope the future generations can get this urge. Stay woke, youngin', and avenge these nerds.
What is up? It is Tuesday night. It is Nerds Night. What's going on, y'all?
Yo, every time I see those videos, I notice more and more about like little things that we do. And I've noticed that me and you are very animated with our hands. It's the Puerto Rican in us for sure, but like it's just
I sometimes don't know what to do with them. Like, remember when Jesse had that picture and I was like this? I was at the table. I had my arms. I'm like, what the fuck is this? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, please, let's get rid of this. I don't want this on YouTube. So no, it's definitely something to figure out what the hell we're doing.
But it's Tuesday nights, my dudes. Oh,
it is
man.
Tuesday night. Seabass is not with us right now. He is listening to Henry Cavill speak about The Witcher. He was at the Netflix live commentary. You got to watch the first episode. I'm sure he'll spoil it here.
Boo him like the Princess Bride.
I mean, he did tell us about it, and I was like, it's cool. I'm gonna watch this shit on Saturday, so it's all good. I'm watching on Friday. I have football to watch on Saturday, but
there you go.
Anyway, for some eye candy, on? Yes. For others, he was in the Count of Monte Cristo. But no, Henry Cavill is that guy.
Favorite movie for so many reasons.
Yeah, well, we're not going there. So, without being ado, we're just gonna bring him in. He's here. He is the patented episode 4 joiner. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jarrell? Oh, sorry, we hid you. What's up, Jarrell? What's going on? What's up? At patented episode 4 joiner of Nerds the Round. He calls it every episode 4. He is going to be here. Let's give it up to the mighty Paul.
Let's go,
ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Hello, welcome
to my good sir.
Me on the Nerds Around. And by the way, I think Disney's on to me.
Yeah. Oh, what'd you do now? What'd you do?
What'd you do? They're on to me because episode 4 did not do what I thought it was going to do.
That's fair. So it was a good 4, but it wasn't the 4 that we're normally.
It wasn't the mind-blowing 4. It was just like it was a wholesome 4.
Yeah. It was a very wholesome 4. You're right. Yeah.
It was a family 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to stop. I need to stop.
Man.
And it just, the trend keeps on going, man. We are all collectively one beard. You've got the full sideburns. I've got something growing here with the good mustache.
And Seabass, I think Seabass is just mustache and goatee.
Seabass's mustache and goatee. Like, we're all.
I think. Well, the only thing left is cheekbones, so I think he should just grow in just cheekbones. Nothing else.
That's it. I just have the cheekbones right here. Just
I'm here for it.
Yep. So, but what is up, man? We haven't seen you in a while since the last episode 4.
It's been a little bit, the Fantastic Four. There it is, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, did we do announcements?
No, you can do them. Watch them. Listen to the Medusa's Cascade. Check out all of the deets that we have on the live, where you can look at the Nerds Network and you see everyone who has contributed with Nerds Around, everyone who is doing amazing stuff out there, independent artists and creators. Check their shit out. These are fantastic people that we've had the privilege and honor to meet and have on our show. So I got nothing else.
I think we also still have a couple creator series episodes left before the new year comes in.
Yes,
we might be like wrapping up at New Year or like just after. Like that.
We took a while to get some out. That's on me because I was supposed to be doing descriptions, so that's on me, guys. Sorry about that. But they will be coming out. I believe our last episode of the year. Oh, what's up?
Atlas?
Hey, there he is.
Our last episode of the year, I believe, is next Tuesday, the 21st.
Yeah,
I believe, and we're going to be talking of The Witcher because I will be binging all of season 2 with my wife. So we will talk.
Yeah, we're doing a double header. We're doing Witcher and.
We do need to see Spider-Man, so I'm planning to see Spider-Man on Sunday. So
I am seeing it's like a whole. It's gonna be a packed episode because I'm seeing Spider-Man on Thursday with Dana, and then I'm gonna go binge because Friday I think I have off, so I'm binging Friday for Witcher, and then we'll be doing Hawkeye, I'm sure. So much to discuss. I feel like next week, because it's like the vacation week, we should just have like a longer episode. Like,
I'm down to have a longer episode.
Long episode. into sections, you know.
I'm already on vacation. My last day of the working in 2021 is on Friday, and then I am off for 2 weeks. So
Hey, let's go.
I'm very much here to jive and talk all things Witcher and Spider-Man and Hawkeye. So
yeah,
Hawkeye's still gonna be rolling. It's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I was trying to give Seabass some time, but
of course, I'm here for the Nerd Punchy Jay. Let's do it.
So I was giving Seabass some time, but I guess he's all up in the DMs of Henry Cavill trying to get some questions answered, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see him when he gets here. We're going to be discussing episode 4 of Hawkeye, Partners. Am I right? So let me go to banners, and there we go. So spoiler warning. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. We finally got our Black Widow, not our old Black Widow, our new Black Widow, and she showed up with a bang. And we are all looking forward to see what builds up, what Valentina has in store for her, and why she's going after Hawkeye, and all these other things to add wrinkles into this show that has 2 to 3 episodes left. George, just in time, my man. Good job. Good job. I waited 6 minutes just for you. You know, it wasn't for Seabass, just for you. So we're here to talk about it. Hopefully, we'll get Vincent D'Onofrio tomorrow. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Yo.
Relax. Yo. Don't do it yet. Don't do it.
Well, Paul. Yo. Wait. Yeah, no. Before we get into Hawkeye,
Before we get to
my man's about to bogart my time.
Oh no.
I am going to. This is going to be spoiler free, but that first episode of
George.
I'm mad that I gotta wait now.
That's on you. Nobody asked you to go to this premiere. Like,
no,
nobody said go to this premiere. You could have been one of us.
Nah. Miss Cavill talking about him geeking out about the Witcher. So apparently the Q&A was pretty dope. He was talking about how he really campaigned for a lot of stuff because he is a big fan of the books and the series. And I just gotta tell people that it looks like they're gonna be in a real raw ride because that first episode really feels like it set up everything for this second season. I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, we're supposed to be. They want 7 seasons, so
if you didn't show, I was gonna get clowning rights.
So, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about
Atlas
it after.
is ready to take your spot.
He brought the boots and everything.
I mean, you can send him a link. You want to join us? Come on, you're more than welcome to. But holy shit, I'm gonna say this, Tone. If you were ever in a room with Henry Cavill, you and him would probably be big fans of just talking about nothing but lore because he is a big fan of that shit.
I mean, everything you hear about him, he seems pretty legit about all the shit he's into, which is very cool.
Yeah, he says he actually goes on the Reddits.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. I was like, dude.
Listen, your man's knows his shit. Like when he's correcting the set designers and the costume, like when he goes, I think it should be a little bit of this, and people are like, oh shit, you're actually right. I've known I can name him and Sam Witwer are the only 2 people to out nerd the people who are running the shows.
Yeah, all I gotta say is that it's a great setup because it really picks up after season 1, where after the battle and everything. For those who've seen it,
with Ciri, right? Him getting Ciri in the woods.
Yeah, so it really picks up after that. Right there, the aftermath of the battle and all that, and it's just holy shit! And then the way the episode ends, I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. Oh fuck, I can't watch the second episode because it ain't out yet. But that's your fault.
That's your fault. You did it to yourself.
Congratulations,
you played yourself.
Oh
kid.
Yeah, he just comes in here, bogarts my time, steals the thunder, and he's like, the guest is here. It's whatever. All right.
Here we go. Here we go. There you go, Tom.
No, I already did it.
We already did it.
You gotta do it again. I wasn't here.
No, that's not how that works.
No, we did it. George got here before you.
George is the only one who's supposed to get the spoiler warning.
Wait,
I finished it. It's good enough.
Close enough. Yeah,
Yelena showed up. Right. That was the big to do. Everything else was all family fun day for the rest of the show. So Yelena showed up. Anyway, all right, Seabass, I'm pitching it back over to you. Let's get this thing going. Let's talk Hawkeye episode 4, Partners. Am I right?
Oh yeah, Partners. So what do you guys think about this episode? Again, I'm sorry, I'm still on a high right
He's
now,
high
but
off of Henry
Yo,
Cavill.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
you need a minute? Do you want to like
I do.
go to the
I
green
do.
room?
I do. Me and Jesse was sitting here, we were watching it. It's like, dude, but no. How did you guys feel about this episode? Because I know that there, and no, Jarrell, he didn't build a PC while he was there. But again, he geeked out. No, how did you guys feel about this episode, especially with the fact that they're saying that episode 5 is the one that's going to break the internet? How did you guys feel about it?
I feel like where Pong was talking about, like episode 4 wasn't exactly the forge that we were used to with all these other ones. I think they might have done it on purpose. So
Listen,
we got the reveal, but it wasn't as like
I think
oh
what they're
shit
gonna do,
as it was just satisfying, if that makes sense.
what they're gonna do is, because yes, chronologically it is episode 4, but the 4th episode aired in the week is tomorrow's.
Damn.
Pong's like, shit, I gotta come back on.
Wow. Okay.
You're not wrong.
Because remember, Pong was in the comments in our first 2 episode recaps. He's like, I'm gonna be here for episode 4. And I was like, are you being here for episode 4? Or are you gonna be here for week 4?
And
then he was like, I'll be here for episode 4. I was like, all right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, just to let everyone know,
we gotta
Pong,
get you back for the next one.
yeah, actually,
Okay.
Pong, you should jump back on, because next week's episode, for what people don't know, is that is the live season finale for this season of Nerds.
Yeah, we already did that.
We already
All
did
right,
that.
okay, there we go.
Like,
I was gonna act shocked
Oh.
and everything. Are you serious? Like, the last one?
oh my gosh.
I removed myself. There we go. You happy?
Anyway, so
Oh, there he goes.
Uh-oh. Break it.
And
What happens?
Mike.
And Mike, there you go.
muted yourself.
Pong, how did you feel about this episode? Go ahead, jump in.
So I liked it a lot. Like I said before, I feel like Disney is on to me, like that they held it back. In fact, I have a theory about the end of season 6. I don't know if you want me to save that or not, but I don't know that we're gonna necessarily. I don't know that the next one might do something. Well, if they're saying it's gonna break the internet, then it's probably Kingpin. But what I was thinking in my head earlier today, before you said that, is that what they're probably gonna do is they're gonna save Kingpin for like the last shot of the last episode. And you're gonna see him from behind and not even see Vincent D'Onofrio's face, but you'll know it's him.
I feel
Go
like
see Spider-Man.
I feel like we got his voice. We're gonna see a glimpse of him in the last episode. They already started like leaking rumors or confirming that Charlie Cox is not only gonna be in the MCU, but he's gonna be in She-Hulk. So my question is, what are we expecting from the season finale? Like, what is this leading up to? Because we know we're going to get the Echo show. We know we're going to get Spider-Man No Way Home coming out like right after. Like, what is this Hawkeye show other than giving us the Young Avengers kickoff?
So I'll give you the easy stuff first.
Okay.
If Echo's getting her own show, she's going to be a good guy or good girl. That doesn't work.
Good person.
She's going to be a good person.
person.
She's going to be a hero by the. She's going to be a
Anti-hero.
hero by the end of this. At least anti-hero. There you go. And so if we know that that's going to happen in the next couple episodes, and in order for that to happen, then she's got to come to grips with Hawkeye. She's got to get cool with Hawkeye, because she can't even be an anti-hero if she's trying to kill Hawkeye, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's going to happen. Maybe she so in the comics, about like her. I'm sure you guys know way more about her backstory than I do. Okay,
For the most part.
Yeah, the basic gist of it is, I think it was in the comics, it was Daredevil that killed.
Yeah. Daredevil allegedly killed her father when it was Kingpin who set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Very similar to how I think it was in season which season of Daredevil was that the Kingpin did something similar, where he had Bullseye pretend to be Daredevil.
The last
season
season 3, yeah.
Season 3, yeah, I thought so. Okay, so I think it's going to be something. I think he's going to have to, and that's going to be a hell of a 2 episodes, come to think of it, because they're going to have to get, they're going to have to have that happen. Have the scene where her and Hawkeye are like, "You killed my dad." No, it wasn't me. I was over here. No, it was you. No, here, this whatever proves it. They're going to have that, and then they're going to have the okay, but who's the real villain? And then so they're
You
going to
killed
have to do
my
that.
not only with the with Maya saying you killed my dad, but you also have Yelena saying you killed my sister. because
that's another good one. Yeah.
Those are two conversations that at some point in these next two episodes we're gonna have to see.
Yeah,
and hopefully get resolved. But that's like a lot to unpack.
I think the Yelena one
on top of the other, you know,
resolved. That one's definitely going to get resolved. Just we're not going to. I don't think they're going to leave. Not off the rip, but it's definitely going to happen. Like she was in for 4 episodes, from what we understand, 4 to 3 episodes, and they're going to have this conversation, and they're going to. Her and Kate Bishop will be part of the Young Avengers, even if we don't get the big Vincent D'Onofrio payoff that we want. Bringing in Florence Pugh to be Yelena, like I don't think they're going to leave it with her. She may not like she may understand more about what's going on and may just not, and won't be on Valentina, like won't trust her for everything. Like she's going to get the answers to what happened to Natasha.
I like that they recreated that whole scene though, like when Hawkeye talked about the foreshadowing about the shot that he never took. And then we see that between Kate and Yelena, where it's the shot that Kate didn't take. And I'm like, oh wow, that's just an interesting parallel of the characters and all that. And again, that foreshadowing and storytelling was very beautiful in a way. And again, I'm really, really excited to see future interactions with these characters and where we're going with them in the MCU. And just to the point, I really think that this is more of, again, Hawkeye passing the baton over to someone to take over for him because, you know, he's showing I'm getting too old for this shit type of personality.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if they knew in the beginning that this was gonna. I wonder if let me rephrase that. I wonder if they're going to, if they were targeting for Die Hard, or if they realized halfway through production that it was gonna be Die Hard-ish, and so Jeremy Renner just kind of leaned into it.
Maybe we get Kingpin thrown out of the old Avengers Tower.
It better not, because I want him.
You're not gonna bring Gomer Pyle in here to just get rid of him 2 episodes later. All right, like come on,
Gomer Pyle. That had so many layers to it. Private Pyle, Gomer Pyle is wow. That's layers.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. We'll see. I mean, yeah, I do think they did it on purpose, and all of the Marvel stuff has been very much leaning into genre, sort of TV and movies. You know, that's kind of when they moved away from just being like comic books, balls to the wall comics, and more moving to genre films to be. It's a comic book movie, but it's like a spy movie. It's a heist movie. It's a thriller. It's like a whole to do. So I think they're doing the same thing where it's really riffing off what Die Hard brought to that genre when it came out, and we're getting it. You know, we're getting it here. They lean more into the family aspect and all the other stuff, but a lot of the action set pieces and how Renner's playing his character is very McClane.
Oh, totally, yeah. My favorite example of that is actually Captain America: Civil War, I think it is. Where it's so much a 70s political thriller that they even got Robert freaking Redford. You know, like they got Robert Redford to play.
That's fair.
Within all those.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, thank you. Winter Soldier, yep.
Did anybody read the article? Kevin Feige talking about how, you know, he was saying that it kind of sucks that, you know, a lot of these movies, these superhero movies and shows now, they're getting snubbed like by the Oscars and all that because of the genre that it represents. And it's like, yeah, like you said, Captain America: Winter Soldier was a spy flick. It wasn't a superhero flick. And a lot of these movies, with the exception of the ensemble Avengers cast, the solo movies and even the shows have been doing a lot of different stuff that's not just stereotypical superhero type of ordeal that you see. And that's why it's like with Hawkeye, it's really feeling like the buddy cop comedy mixed in there, as well as you got that Die Hard feeling, that Christmas feeling. Like there's just a lot that's in there aside from the standard superhero stuff.
Yeah, I would say that the TV shows more so should deserve recognition in Emmys,
right?
Because of what they bring to the TV genre versus MCU movies. I think MCU movies are great in what they do, and I think they do bring up cinema in its own way of, especially the collective experience of enjoying a film. That experience you have when you're in the film, when you're in the theater, when you're in the theater, like with a bunch of strangers. I think Marvel has really done it where you feel like you're a part of something. You watch Endgame, you watch Infinity War, and that's an experience that you're gonna remember with all of those strangers that you had, which I don't really get in other movies. Like not a lot really, but it doesn't. I don't know if it hits the note of like being Best Picture. Maybe some writing, maybe writing, but I don't know if I could put a Marvel movie in Best Picture. TV shows though are up there in Emmy contention for Best Drama, or because they're so encapsulated in what they're trying to tell that you get your story from A to B.
But he wasn't even talking. But he wasn't even talking about Best Pictures. Like look at the costume designs that we see in these shows. Like the costume designs are Hawkeye awesome. In Shang-Chi, they were pretty awesome too. And he was like, yeah, the costume design, graphics, everything that they're doing. Like even like with what they
Black Panther earned that costume design.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
it did.
You know?
I think award shows need to get a lot of their stuff situated to begin with, because you have like comedy and musicals in the same genre, like in the same category. So you're getting like Free Guy with Tick Tick Boom, and it's like and Into the Heights, and you're like, what do you like? Those don't belong together. Like, why are you trying to like put them like in contention with each other when they're not the same thing? So just like by adding a lot of these movies, like the MCU movies or any of these superhero films, and you look at them like their core like film, you know, whatever they're inspired by, that should be what they're merited by. So like you can have something like Lord of the Rings get, you know, best film because it deserved it and it was a high fantasy. It's like, you know, great. MCU and a lot of the superhero movies can do it, but they have to bring that. And I think only some of the MCU has so far. But I agree with Tone with the Emmys. Like the Disney Plus shows have done so well as far as like at least Emmy contention that they should at least be brought up in those conversations.
At the very least, WandaVision. Yeah, like WandaVision. My God. Like, look, I can't remember the line that Vision said to Wanda, but you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. What is love? What is grief?
But love, persevering. Yeah. I mean, but what WandaVision did, just taking iconic TV tropes all the way back to the beginnings of television and just weaving it and having this very upfront discussion about the trauma she's dealing with in a very 22nd century show, but having all these tropes and all these little things that you get and all these little nods to classic television done perfectly. Like it didn't feel campy, it didn't feel cheesy, it all felt like it made sense. And then when you get the nugget about when Wanda is in Sokovia, and like the reason why she has that is because it's the one little bit of comfort she has with her family before the tragedy of Tony Stark's bomb. And it's like, oh shit, this all makes sense. And you know, and you kind of all put it together. WandaVision is cinematically was like a fantastic show, just what it did. And like my wife watched it, we both watched it, and you saw a lot of people didn't get WandaVision. It was the first TV show MCU, and we were like, what the fuck is this? Why is it black and white? I don't get it. And she's like really loved old TV, and I don't watch old TV, but I got it, and I was like, this is dope. Like you got to take chances. That's why that's what these shows are for, to take chances and to tell stories that you won't get this in a movie theater. Like that's a treat.
Yeah, I wanted to touch up on it because I'm glad that Hawkeye, Wanda, Falcon, they all got their TV shows, because I don't feel they would have gotten the justice that we've seen with their stories so far if we got a movie. Or if we had like a trailer. Yeah, we wouldn't have. But then leading back to, I mean, it's like, you know, you see that. Hawkeye. Yeah, we gotta go back to Hawkeye. But no, even leading to that, you see the relationship of Hawkeye and his wife. His wife is like in it. That's just like right at that. She's like, yeah, oh, don't worry. And she's getting information for him, hence the watch. Let's bring it back to the watch. Last week, shout out to Reels Review, who asked about the watch, and yes, like I said, called it. They were going to touch upon the watch again this week, so there is a huge significance to that watch. Pong, what do you think the significance is of that watch?
Number one, if you're a spy, don't put information in a watch. Just right off the top. If anyone listening right now is a spy or one day will become a spy, don't put information in a watch. Why would you do this?
You know what you can put in a watch? You can put in the watch for the formula for interdimensional travel, as they did in Interstellar.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah,
Just
yeah.
being a jackass. Keep going.
I'll go along. So what do I think of the watch? I think like first of all, obviously, why would you do this? Why are you putting information in there? But second of all,
write that down. Rick says,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, Rick. Hey, I'm here to help. One day when you're a spy, if you're sent to kill me, just remember it's the shot you didn't take. Not me. Remember this. All right. Anyway. So I think that number one, it's ridiculous to store information and watch. Number two, as to what it's probably going to be, I see a lot of speculation that it's information regarding Hawkeye's family, which I don't know. Like that's even dumber. Like hey, who's this secret agent that we have here? I don't know. Well, we got to keep the identity safe. Let's put it in a freaking watch. No spy stuff. Hey, thanks. There you go. Thank you.
Shout out to Rick. Rick was supposed to be on Feel Better, brother. Again, you could catch Rick at Comics Cast. But yeah, go ahead, Pong.
So I see a lot of speculation that's going to be information about his family. I do wonder though if the rumors that I'm hearing about his wife being and of course now I'm going to forget the name being what the hell? Mockingbird. There it is. Being Mockingbird.
I did hear about that.
What?
Yeah. And that's why she knows so much, why she's familiar with spycraft, why she's cool with it.
So they would essentially recast what they had in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because didn't they have Mockingbird for Agents of
Yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
but the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff is not canon.
I know.
They did, but it's not canon.
Or that Mockingbird was her daughter.
Oh, right. They had you could pass down the title and whatnot.
Maybe. I don't know.
It could be. You never know because
possibly
she just seemed like she's with the shits, but like I said, Hawkeye
is Mockingbird one of those titles that's been passed, or one of those
I
mantles.
don't think it has been a mantle that's passed because Mockingbird in the comics at times was just a minor character. Some of the times
she was a B character. I mean,
yeah,
you can just take her and have her be his wife. But I don't know if you would. I think that would be cool if we're gonna have Renner and his whole family like be a continuous storyline, because it does feel like this show is his swan song. So to make her, unless she signed on to do it, that'd be cool too. And she, they kind of switch roles. I guess you can do whatever you want, but like the whole thing seems to be like he wants to be with his family, she wants him to be home, and they just want to raise their kids and have holidays together and kind of just be out of it and have his Shield pension. Like that's kind of what he wants. So I don't know if they would, if they did the Mockingbird thing, it would be cool to give her this mantle. But if they're not going to do anything with it, and then just kind of just be the fact that they kind of met and she's been about it, she speaks German, she does all this stuff. Maybe she's an analyst in something, like she's highly involved somewhere, and maybe just kind of got out of it because of what Clint was doing.
Yeah. It could be funny, and this is just a fan theory, and just a fan speculation, or something that would be cool, is that Clint ends up becoming a mentor, and his wife, helping training like the new set of Avengers or its new superhero team going forward. Because with the Kate Bishop connection, we have Moira Brandon, who was in the comics, who does have a connection with Hawkeye and Mockingbird, and is also a connection with the Avengers, providing them an Avengers mansion. Love Hawkeye's wanting to do what God from Street Fighter tells fighters. Go home and be a family man. Yes.
Yep.
Go home and be a family man. I'm trying. I can stop fighting.
They just keep pulling him back in. He's in the club with Danny Glover. He's trying to be a family man, and then shit's just going down.
Right.
Lo, what do you think of the significance of the watch? Come on. I know you.
I don't know. I want to know who owns the watch, because that's been my biggest question. Is not so much like what the significance of it. Obviously, if it's in Avengers, like the compound, obviously it belongs to somebody. I don't know that it would belong to Tony. Don't know that it belongs to Cap. Like it seems so like off to like belong to them, but it's a Rolex, so maybe. I want to say. It could belong like Nick. It could belong to I don't know. I want to put it as someone like who you wouldn't expect, because immediately off the rip you're like, it's a Rolex, it's Tony's, and I'm like, that's too easy. And then I was like, it's Clint's, but why would Clint have a Rolex? Clint is not a flashy guy like that. He doesn't have, the Rolex, the second, third. Even if it was a gift to him, I don't even think he'd wear it as a gift. You know what I mean? Like, so unless it's like a keepsake or memento. So part of me also thinks that maybe it was Scott's, because though Scott doesn't have a lot of money, Scott used to be a thief, and maybe he was just allowed that one keepsake. I don't know, and has something to do with his pimp technology.
That would be more of like Hank, because Scott is just the go-to boy and tests his Hank stuff. But
yeah, but we haven't seen Hank in forever, so like, I wouldn't put it past them to have it be Scott to some degree with his background. Like, he's been learning how to do some of this stuff himself.
I'm gonna go with your Nick choice though, because because Nick Fury is going to he's gonna be in Secret Invasion. Definitely Nick Fury is always he's doing stuff.
It could very well be Wilson Fix. It could be Kingpin's watch, and it was something that Ronin grabbed or Hawkeye grabbed before.
Gerald just pointed one out. It could be Alexander Pierce. It could be a remnant of Hydra tech. That's another thing too. Hydra. We haven't heard anything from Hydra in a while. Maybe. Tony, I'm going to tag you, and I want you to talk to us about Thanos' watch.
Oh, it's definitely not Thanos' watch. We know that that band won't cover his wrist. Come on now.
Barely cover his pinky finger.
Exactly. And so what I've been seeing online, it's Tony's, and it has a remnant of Stark technology in it, whether it's nanotech or it's a suit, or it has something to do with getting into his vaults. It could lead into the Armor Wars show that we're getting eventually. Like, there's a lot of that there, because we've seen Tony condense the armor into just smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, it went from a suitcase to a wristwatch to just nano. It's just on him at all times, and he just presses the button and shit comes on. So, but it throws you off, because when Kate asks him who the watch is, he says, "Well, it's a friend of mine. He's been out of the game for a while." And so, is it like he's been out of the game for a while because he's 6 feet under in the ground, or he's been out of the game for a while because he just kind of is out of it? And if we're thinking about someone who's out of it, I was thinking maybe it could be Rhodey's, a gift from Tony to Rhodey, because we. Something along those lines. I just don't know if it is Tony's, because I think that at this point, if you're going to connect Armor Wars, then you're also connecting Wilson Fisk and Daredevil, and then which is then going to connect to She-Hulk, because Daredevil's going to be in there, and she's going to be a lawyer. And then you're also connecting with Yelena and the Black Widow stuff with Valentina. Like, there's so many connections to stuff, so I don't know if they would add another thing for this show to connect to. Like, I don't want the show just to be like a hinge point for like the breakthrough. So the breakaway for everything. So I don't know. And maybe it's just someone else's.
I have supporting evidence for your idea. I think I'm on Team Tony now, because Marvel is very serious about keeping color schemes. And if you look at the watch, I just
saw it in Hawkeye,
I'm bringing it up right now. Here we go. Yeah. Here's the watch.
You'll notice it's got the red face, and if it's not Scott, that's probably Iron Man.
Yeah.
And so if it's a gift,
I feel like
to
it's
Rhodey,
so easy. It's so easy to make it Tony's, though.
Because the thing is that it's very easily that it can be Tony's, because we have Armor Wars and we need something that leads into Armor Wars. Because again, it's because Armor Wars, if anyone remembers the comics, it was about Stark technology getting out there and Stark trying to reclaim it. But since Stark is 6 feet under, we have Rhodey now, who's going to be most likely who's going to be taking over that role. And again, I mean, we saw that there was a bunch of stuff being sold at that auction from the Avengers compound, which included the Ronin outfit. But I'm wondering if Swordman's going to come into play.
They changed. So the original scene for that, what we saw at the last movie, what was it, Far From Home? they didn't show that billboard. Now in the new trailer, we saw that billboard because they were holding it for Hawkeye.
Yeah, Marvel tends to do that. If you look at a lot of the older advertisements before movies release, they do a lot of like, we're going to just fucking throw a bunch of shit at you and it's going to keep you guessing until you actually see the movie.
I'm convinced they've like shot things just for commercial sakes and never used them, because there's stuff that we've looked back on and be like, where's the scene? There's like a scene for this and they never use them.
They digitized out Andrew and Toby because, like, come on, you can't have Spider-Man fighting 5 motherfuckers. Like, come on, what is going on here? He's got like
it's not like it hasn't happened before in comics, but like
I know, but like
we know why it happens.
I mean, like, like, dude, like Tom Holland still like, because he's in college now. Like, he's been Spider-Man for how long? But he's been blipped for 5 years. Like, dude, you can't just take on 5 supervillains at once.
And Chris Pratt's gonna be there.
Not yet.
No. So what do you guys make of the 268 lot number 268? Because that comic Avengers 268, I believe either features or was the first time the Kang was brought in.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like
it had something to do with Kang. The Avengers 268.
Yeah, I feel like what they do is like times they do that one as ways of just playing around with fans with the Easter eggs, because they did a lot of that in WandaVision.
That's true.
And two, it could be significance, but I don't. It's funny because even though there's a lot of Kang going on now after what's it called, after Loki, and that we know that he's going to make his appearance in Ant-Man, I don't know his significance with the MCU show for Hawkeye. Maybe, who knows, but
maybe not even so much that he needs to have significance, but them just implying that he's there, you know what I mean? Like,
but also he was a villain for Young Avengers, so yeah, it's Kang's watch. He fits. He has the style.
Well, he was also a variant of Kang is in Young Avengers.
Yep, Iron Lad was in Young Avengers, but I think they're gonna end up replacing Iron Lad with Riri Williams' character, Ironheart. Yeah. But who knows? We don't know yet. We know that a lot of Young Avengers, a lot of new wants to take up the mantles of the main Avengers team are in play. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the MCU that I'm like, ooh, it's exciting to be an MCU Marvel fan. With everything that's coming out in the next few years. I mean, they dropped a lot of stuff. I mean, we've seen Oscar Isaacs as Moon Knight. So where's that series going? We got Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk, and we know that Bruce Banner is going to be in it. And it's just, what end credit scene are we going to get with Hawkeye with a little snippet of what's going to happen? Or because they always do, they're just leaving slithers of stuff for some like, fuck.
Because right now, where does it go? With every show, WandaVision gave us the slither for Multiverse of Madness. Like, it gave us the snippet.
She also gave us the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, that was the.
But and then we have,
and then we had Dark Event, not
Dark.
The Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. There we go.
Is what we're assuming.
Thunderbolts for Cap.
Captain.
And then we have whatever that sound was in the background. We got what is it? Kang for for Loki. So like this has to lead into something that that they had announced already. Like there's nothing that I don't think they would trust it to something to leave to like that close to the vest. It's something that they announced and they're like, this is how we're gonna do it.
I mean, it's probably the street shows. I mean, because the next round of shows they're doing, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and Miss Marvel, are all gonna be taking place in the streets, like in the city. They're not really bigger than the world. Like Captain America, like was bigger because you have a new Captain America. WandaVision became like a nationwide thing because of what she was doing, and Loki happened in a completely different spot in time. Right, just in its own pocket of time. But so I think with this, like we talking about the Hint show, and it could just lead to those street level engagement that Marvel's trying to do and replicate that Netflix had, and bring in these Netflix characters into these three series, because we know Miss Marvel is going to lead into the Marvels movie because they're all in it.
We're gonna see. Because it's funny because like we're seeing a lot of stuff set up on the shows. We're also forgetting like what we're seeing set up in the movies. Which again you had what was set up at the end of Shang-Chi, where again they were looking at the communication that was coming through those bands that he had, and it's an old communication. And then at the end of Eternals, we got Thanos' brother, Star Fox, making his appearance with Pip the Troll, and then we have Black Knight being talked to by Blade, and we don't know how that's going to also tie in with the shows and all that because it's just
Blade's gonna be in Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Blade's gonna be in Moon Knight, and they did confirm that they are showcasing vampires. And there is a rumor that Ethan Hawke, who was on the show, is going to be Dracula. That is the rumor.
Also, something to pay attention to is that Jared Leto was at the premiere of Spider-Man Far From Home. I mean, No Way Home. So don't know if that's just him just showing up or if he has a part in the movie. He was on the red carpet.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Morbius looks like it connects so much, and then the end of Venom connects to we now know the MCU. So they might be pulling a lot of Sony stuff in.
I mean, they did say like we were worried that this was going to be Tom Holland's last Spider-Man, and they did confirm that we are going to be getting more Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. This is just the No Way Home Homecoming trilogy that is ending.
This is the Spite Avengers.
Yeah.
So I went out of town last week, and in doing that, I watched. I was on the plane, so I downloaded Spider-Man. I can't remember what it was. Spider-Man, the first one, Homecoming. I guess. There you go. And I loved what's his name? Home Alone dude. Oh, not Home Alone guy. God, Mr. Mom.
Michael Keaton.
I loved Michael Keaton's role. Like, just so fantastic. And I really hope he's going to be coming back in the new Spider-Man movie as well, and probably the Sony side.
Because we see him in Morbius.
Right back, guys.
Yeah, that's what brought that up. Yeah,
we see him in Morbius, which is interesting because that automatically connects the two universes. But then we see like no real mention of him like in this trailer for what we got going on now. And if they're doing like we were saying before, if they're doing something akin to the Sinister Six, why not? He has just as much to gain. But they were saying that when he went to Rikers and he knew the identity of Peter, he didn't rat out Peter. But I almost feel like he didn't rat out Peter because he would rather want to like get him versus like someone else do it himself. Someone else do it, you know?
Or that Spider-Man saved his life once. Saved his life once and saved his daughter's life once.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe there's that. Maybe it's kind of
it's not a real respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see where it goes because again, if they're now starting to connect the Sony properties because with them setting so much up with the MCU. Later, George. With them setting up so much stuff for the MCU, you have the galactic stuff that they have with your galactic heroes and everything. Your Interstellar, you have your street level stuff, you have your international stuff. So there's just so many routes that they can go that all these characters' stories can exist side by side. And you could and it doesn't affect the other property because there's just so many stories going on. And Geek Tyrant did an article on it because they went to see the premiere at geektyrant.com. They might have let it slip that there might be 7 villains in it because we know that 5 have been confirmed, so we don't know. But they said the movie, they gave it a 10 out of 10. They said that fans are going to enjoy a lot of it, which has me very excited for these next phases of movies. And again, I really feel that there's a reason that Hawkeye, what we're leading up because Yelena makes her appearance again, which I'm excited about. I'm really excited to see what they're going to have set up at the end of Hawkeye to set up for the next series and everything.
I'm super curious as to why in the world Val wanted Hawkeye dead in the first place. Like, I have a feeling. I think I might know what it is. Go ahead.
Someone just off the board?
No, I don't even think it's that. I think she needed Yelena. So like what can she give to Yelena to get her on her side? And it's like, here's the person who is the closest to your sister, and I can sway that he's the whole reason why she's dead, because they went on an adventure together. No one else was there to witness it, and then she came back without it. And everyone knows like how you get the soul. I'm sure people kind of know how the soul stone works at this point. So that's what I think. I think she used it as an easy pawn to get Yelena on her side, and maybe not to get Hawkeye off the board, because Hawkeye wants out.
Yeah. Huh.
What did you think, Paul?
Well, what I was thinking is that while he was Ronin, he messed up a lot of the Kingpin's infrastructure.
Yeah.
And so the Kingpin's angry about that, and so sent Val off to get him. And maybe as a part of that, maybe the Kingpin also.
I don't think
that's a lot of reach for the Kingpin to have. I don't doubt that he has a lot of reach, but the reach to get to Val, I think Val would reach to him. I don't think Val. I don't think. I think he can reach to. I think Val can reach to him. I don't know if he has the pull to reach to Val.
I think I to go to 20. I think it's more of that she's just trying to get Yelena. Yep. I think she's just trying to get Yelena to work for her, because I feel like Val is going to be playing as many sides as she can in order to get what she wants, because unlike Nick, who was building a super, and we saw why in Captain Marvel, he was building a team to defend Earth. Nick is not someone who would play both sides. Val is more, to me, when she came on the scene in Captain America, when Falcon and Winter Soldier, that is someone who would play both sides and play to do what she's pretty much a politician. And it's going to do like, this is what my department does. We have people, because like, again, we got US Agent at the end, and it's like, it's very similar to how we got US Agent in the comics. He was recruited by an organization after he gave up the Captain America mantle to do dirty shit, because he couldn't do that as Captain America. And I feel like that's what she's either doing, is either a Secret Avengers, the Dark Avengers, or the Thunderbolts. It's going to be that. She's going to be, I feel, set up to be the MCU's version of Amanda Waller, similar to how she was in the comics, just ties with Nick Fury and everything. And it will be interesting to see her, Dreyfus and Jackson, actually screen time together, see if there is a connection with their characters, because Fury being involved in the government as long as he was, they definitely had to have a run-in with each other.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that?
Yeah.
I still have something that doesn't make sense about Shield, or about Nick Fury.
What's up?
I don't understand why he would just go ahead and let Talos be him for an extended period of time. Like, doesn't Nick Fury seem like the kind of guy that would want his hands to be in everything, like to know firsthand?
I think yes, but I also think this version of Nick is also big picture. So while he wants to be as directly involved as he could be, he kind of is, because he's giving like Talos' point of like, say this, do this, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, and third. But he knew, like, once he knew about like the stuff with the Kree and that kind of threat, he literally was just like, he needed a vacation after being started. No,
I mean, that's fair.
We're the running theory is that Nick has been Talos since before Captain America. So like a lot of people say he made the switch when he died in Winter Soldier. So they say he made the switch then. Some people imply that he made the switch earlier in Captain Marvel. So we haven't ever seen him officially there. We've seen Talos the entire time. Because what we see in the end of Captain Marvel, we see him up there, and like there was little bits and pieces where like he implied I don't like cutting my toast or something a certain way, but then when he was at Hawkeye's house, he did it like a certain way. So everyone looks back and goes, it gave us all the clues, like so and so can't call you, he hates being called like Nick or the case, or Nicholas or something like that, and then they called him that. So all those things were subtly like put in after the fact, after Captain Marvel, that we now look back on and go, oh shit, he was not Nick for this long. Oh no, it goes back even further. He wasn't Nick for this long. Oh shit, and it just goes back to show you like he's probably not been Nick this entire time, but he's had Talos running point because he's running whatever operation of Shield or just his own solo, you know, with maybe a handful of people like Maria and kind of people up in space, getting ready for something bigger than, you know, Thanos and all this other shit.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Mephisto confirmed.
No.
Rick has a lot of Rick.
Oh my
God. Talos as a spy protection because he could easily prove that he was never there. Should he be caught? Yep, that's one aspect of it. So he uses Talos as a stooge. Yep. He was never Nick Fury. And that's the thing with them bringing in the scrolls. It just creates, because even in the comics they messed around with a lot of that stuff where it was like, yeah, this character wasn't this character this whole time. It was a scroll the whole time. And seeing how they kind of changed up how the scrolls are used in the MCU in Captain Marvel, I wouldn't be surprised again, like Nick has a group of scrolls that are working for him, which we saw him on that ship, and he has them running point, which we saw at the end of WandaVision, where one of them approached Photon and Monica and told her like, yeah, you're wanted up there and all that. So it's like that's probably been his whole division for Shield and everything right there. And Cody Smulders is supposed to be coming back too. I hope so. We don't know if that. I
love her so much.
Yeah. So we don't know if Agent Hill's been a Skrull this whole time, or if there's been two Agent Hills.
Yeah, she's been a Skrull.
Yeah.
So so you see both him and Hill as Skrulls when they're in the
Spider-Man.
No, when they're in the Kobe Smolder. Oh, I'm not even.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
I'm not pulling it up. I'm not pulling it up.
I'll do it.
In Infinity War, when they get snapped?
At the end when they get snapped.
So
Infinity War, that's right.
I would assume so. Yeah.
So I would assume that from as early as Nick got put up there, Maria Hill's been up there.
I mean, we'll probably get his whole story of why he was a Skrull in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And
like we'll get like the montage of what he was doing.
And the other thing too, I feel like he would have.
There has to be something big going on.
Yeah, it's either happened after Shield fell, and he was like, "Listen, I'm gonna bring in my friends in on this to help out with some stuff." Because don't forget too, he got in contact with Captain Marvel after the snap and all that. And all the Skrulls watching over Spider-Man happened after the snap. So we're gonna get a whole explanation for it. We need more montages. We do. Yeah. But it's like, to me, it's like that theory though. Also, it's a good theory to look back on, because maybe they might play with that. But it's also like, I think he would have let Coulson in on it. Because Coulson's also been his other his left, Hill's his right hand, Coulson's his left hand, you know.
Yeah. I think he would have let Coulson know, but I don't think he would have immediately let Coulson know. I think he needed Coulson to still be to have like that plausible deniability, you know.
Also, this could have been again worked after the snap, after they defeated Thanos, and then seeing what happened to Stark and seeing that, you know, we need more heroes and we need more backup, and, you know, getting involved. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, to really fan theory out.
We gotta finish Hawkeye.
We do. I mean, Hawkeye leads into so much stuff.
It does. It really does.
So
Cavill as the Witcher. No, let's go.
Oh my God!
It's like super fast thing here. From a literary standpoint, you got to admire Marvel.
Yes.
From a literary standpoint, you got to admire Marvel. They have not only the multiverse, but also the whole Skrull thing in order to write pretty much whatever. Oh, this person died? Oh, well, they were actually a Skrull the whole time.
Yeah. Who would have knew?
Didn't they do that in the comics? They did that in the comics with Wolverine, where, this Wolverine was just killed by the Horseman Death. Oh no, the Horseman Death was actually Wolverine the whole time. It's like, wait, what? What the fuck? What? And the dead Wolverine was a Skrull. But no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're getting the mysterious uncle. We're getting a lot from Hawkeye. I mean, what do you guys feel is going to? What do you think is going to happen with this next episode? With everything that went down. I mean, the whole scene with Kate's family, like pretty much the family unit, how she was just happy, seeing how her mother was happy. Like, how do you think her big mother's, like, because definitely her mom has a secret. With learning her mom's secret, how do you think that's gonna
way too much?
How do you think that's gonna affect Kate?
I wouldn't be surprised if mom ends up being the big bad. That would be wild, but I would not be surprised.
She was the kingpin the whole time.
No, I don't think she'd be the kingpin, but I think she has too much knowledge and pull. I know she works for like a security like kind of spot, but like something about how she reacted in that conversation seemed too calm for like a civilian-esque adjacent person.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like you've done dirty dealings, you've been, double dipping, you've been doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, something you're not supposed to know.
Right.
Like you're way too comfortable with certain things.
Yeah. She's definitely working for at least Kingpin. Or at least something Kingpin adjacent.
That would be interesting. Yeah. Because Kingpin to have something in like that line, like he has the pull for that to be like, oh, I want this security field company working for me. Absolutely. That I wouldn't put it past.
Yeah.
That's just trying to get her out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when she's talking to Hawkeye and be like, listen, and she's using the right terminology.
Here we go. So if it does turn out that she is working for Hawkeye, and it comes down, or sorry, that she is working for Kingpin, and Kate, is like, oh my God, I have to stop Kingpin, and then the mother tries to stop her from stopping Kingpin, and somehow she ends up getting shot, right, or killed, or whatever. That could be the perfect hinge point, I guess, for her to be like, well, I have nothing left. I have to go with you, Hawkeye, and teach me how to be an Avenger. I don't have anything left. I'm committing my life to making.
He doesn't need another kid to raise. That man got 3 kids.
Well, no, but just like
I don't know if it would be on Hawkeye. I think that would be the perfect chance for Yelena to team up with her.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I would be after Hawkeye and Yelena hash things out. Yelena is still there. We know she's gonna still be there. So that leaves the perfect opening for be like, listen, I'm old, I have family, I'm out of the game, but she needs a sister and you need a mentor. That's gonna be a person.
I'm all down for Kate and Yelena just road tripping it. That's it. Just that's it. That's it. Just those two. And again, we got our new Hawkeye and Black Widow for the MCU now. It's gonna be so freaking dope.
So would that be Kaylina?
He's gonna shove Kate into the red room. It's no longer the red room. It's gonna be a basement with padding because they destroyed the red room.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Stu Hart's basement. That's how he trained a bunch of wrestlers. It was a basement with padding, and they were all wrestlers who got trained by him would say like, yeah, a new wrestler who would come in to learn, they would just be screaming in the downstairs like, yep, Stu's stretching them out again. And when you hear those stories, I'm like, oh damn.
Good Lord.
Sure. All right. Tone, give me your thoughts. Give me your final thoughts on like what to expect.
Oh man. So we got 2 more episodes left, and we're supposed to get our mind blown away episode, and we have the episode before Spider-Man shows up. I think we're gonna get Vincent D'Onofrio. I think that's the drop I think we're gonna get. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get Kingpin. We're gonna see Uncle. It doesn't make sense not to get him prior to the last episode because he is the one at the top and they've name dropped him. Oh my
God. Nah, Rick, I can vouch for Tone. No scroll can make drinks like Tone. So,
oh God, here we go. Technically, a scroll can take all your talents, so a scroll could. So it's fine. Yeah. They're higher beings than that. But anyway, it's all good.
But they can't take your savagery, bro.
Anyway, so I do think it's Vincent D'Onofrio just because, or at least Kingpin if it's not him, which would be nuts if it isn't. But they just they've brought it up so many times for it to not show up versus in some of the other shows when you get your drops. They happen at the end of an episode and they don't really matter that much, but Uncle, whoever this is, the big man, the guy at the top, there's just so many hints. We got to get him before the last episode and kind of understand what's his play and where he's involved, and get that information about Bishop's security before Kate does, because that's usually what they do. They give us the information first, and we know what's going on, and then our heroes find out, and we'll see how that goes.
Final thoughts, everybody?
Pong.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think you're probably right, because if they had Kingpin in the last episode, that it would kind of suck all the oxygen out of the room and not let the end of the show breathe. So you know what? I'm coming around again to Team Kingpin in the next episode.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right.
I'm serious. Let's do it. Because if that's the reveal, I'm awaiting your reaction.
We're gonna be talking that, and we might talk Spider-Man. I don't know. We'll see.
Spider-Man. We might talk. We're definitely talking Witcher. It's gonna be next week is a very jam-packed episode. I feel like we're gonna.
It's not gonna be an hour. It's gonna be an extended episode. Come on, it's our season finale.
I say we go balls to the walls. We have with the whole thing.
It'll be the nerds' Christmas party. From what they showed, they did show some snippets. If my sister shows, I need to show.
Just a tease law.
We're definitely gonna get more of Yelena's backstory, because they showed like a preview snippet for next week's episode. I mean, tomorrow's episode at that. And we're definitely gonna see. And again, kudos to Florence Pugh, because she brings so much also charm to this role. Like, it's just you just really love Yelena. Like, she's just fucking awesome. Like, surprise! I'm like, holy shit, Yelena's back. So I feel we're going to get a lot of that. We're definitely get more of Kate's mom's reveal too. And we may even possibly get something for Echo. Because this episode we saw that this guy, like Clint was trying to press him for his caring for Echo and all that, like she's gonna listen to you, whatever. But I mean, we definitely have to see some reveal for Echo.
Yo, Rick, don't do it. Rick, I loved you so much before you started trolling me. Yelena has a ton of charisma, and I love it. I might even watch Black Widow to get more of her. Yeah.
If you haven't seen, Yeah,
I feel Florence Pugh's when she's on screen in Black Widow, she does steal the show a little bit. Her character's just awesome.
I love that you know how to say her like actress name. Like, I know you can say her name, but you can't say Yelena.
But listen, you want me to go back to Game of Thrones names? I could do that.
No, oh God, no.
What?
Yeah.
Don't encourage him.
It's
okay,
bad.
right.
It's bad.
It was so bad. Even I admit it was bad.
It's really fucking rough.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it here, right?
We're gonna wrap it here.
We're gonna Pong the floor.
Pong, let's give Pong the floor. Bring it up. No, bring it up.
All right, here we go. Well, so if you liked what you saw tonight and you're like, hey, that guy looks fun, I'd like to spend my Monday and Friday nights with him talking about maker things, you are in luck, because you can join me at https. Why the hell did I say that? Twitch.tv/ I don't know. Twitch.tv/Synshop. That's SYNSHOP. And you can join me there every Mondays and Friday nights at 7:30 Pacific time. That is 10:30 Eastern time. There we go.
Yep.
Numbers. I know them. But yeah, you can join us and Masked Aw Cuffsome. And right there, twitch.tv/Synshop. The end.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's always fun going on your show. We're gonna have to do an invasion again.
Absolutely.
Invade the Synshop. Invade Clown Show.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's talk about it. Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
You can't say scroll either.
Who can't say scroll?
Seabass.
I can't.
Okay. Yeah.
Scroll. Crawl. Bulk.
Scroll.
We're wrapping it. We're calling it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Pong, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And guys, watch The Witcher on Netflix. That first episode was that first episode.
You guys,
oh
wrap us
my
up
God.
and take us away.
My here 1 2 3 beautiful bean footage. Your boy Sebastian.
Your boy Law.
Anybody Tone from across the hall?
Come on, guys.
bro. Do you not see the excitement? Do you not see